So at the very beginning, we really didn't know very much about these planting compositions at all. We knew something about conservation meadows, but even then they'd been studied by ecologists and not really by designers. So we had to start from scratch. We had to start by actually looking at every single individual species and how they would grow in the field. How would they germinate? Would things like slugs come and eat them? And even more importantly, how they would work together. So a lot of the research to start with started with things like plot work, basically following literally hundreds of individual species through, and then gradually trying to combine them, and then very much looking at longevity. Because it's all very well having something that's going to look great for 1 year, but what's it going to be like 3, 5, 10 years difference? And then also into different locations, because again, the planting will actually react if it's on a south-facing slope to a north-facing slope.
We started a research program in the Department of Landscape Architecture at Sheffield to really test out this idea. It was very, very detailed, a lot of small-scale plots, testing out individual species to see how they would work, from seeding directly, not growing them and then planting them out. See how easy it was, how effective they were, and in particular, how long they flowered for and what they looked like when they stopped flowering. Because the whole point was that we wouldn't be going in and doing a lot of traditional horticultural maintenance. And once we'd come up with a list of about 60 different plants, we then started to look at them in combinations to see how they would work together. The whole point of this work was to do 2 or 3 things. First of all, to have a really, really long season of flowering, so that once you sow the seeds and they start to flower, it's not just a short-term thing of a few weeks, but it goes on for months and months and months. Secondly, as I said, to see how it looks over that time as things go into seed and some plants stop flowering, others take over. So it's really thinking about succession and layers coming up through, and how you could maybe hide some of the earlier plants which were dying back. And then the third thing was to really test how easily we could maintain it with as few and as simple a set of operations as possible. And once we'd really tested those ideas, it was time to let Pictorial Meadows loose on the real world, and we really started to work with a lot of partners to see how they would work for real.